time, you're going to be forced to choose. And you guys, hirap kayo mag-choose, di ba? Kaya nga kayo Libra eh. So, it's going to be like a huge divine comedy of the universe wherein you Libras will have to choose this time. Hello, Libra risings, suns, and moons. This is Jill of AstroloJill, and welcome to your 2024 horoscope. This horoscope is a collective reading, so it might not resonate with you 100%. If you'd like a more personalized reading, I highly suggest that you book the Story of You service under my website. It will be in the description down below. The Story of You is a personalized horoscope of 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or a year based on your actual natal chart. So it's going to be very accurate and it's going to give you daily guidance. So I highly suggest if you would like your own horoscope, you avail of that service. Otherwise, please do enjoy this video and thank you and see you later. Hi everyone, so for this part of the video, I will be showing off the look that I have from my Enchanted cosmetics line as well as from my partners and from the brands that I support. Feel free to skip this part, you don't have to watch this. However, if you are interested, please continue to watch and we appreciate your support. So for today, I'm actually going to put on the foundation in front of you guys. I'm not gonna skip it this time. A lot of you have been requesting that I show how I put this on. So here is the packaging. It's a skull. It has the obsession enchantment on it. Dust the skull to get in people's heads, and it has a pump in it. And this is the amount of product I put on my face. Just one pump. Not even a full pump, like a half pump there. Then I put it on my face as this. Just dab it in there. Like a little really does go a long way. There. And then I use a damp beauty blender and then I tap it on my face like this. Now, every time I use this foundation, I don't even put on concealer anymore since it is heavy coverage. And I use this foundation for my really long trans-Pacific flights. I'm not sure if some of you have watched my other videos, but I am a flight attendant. That is my day job. And I am the guinea pig of this cosmetics line. And I made sure that all the products will last at least 12 hours on your face without creasing, without of course, except if you like go running or something. As long as you're in a good and cool environment, it's not gonna crease, it's not gonna crack or fade or whatnot. But of course, it depends still on your skin condition. But yeah, that's how it works with mine. I am an oily skin type. There. So I just dab it, make sure it is fully blended like as is. It has SPF, if in case you need it. Of course, us, we all need our SPF to prevent aging. There. So it's heavy coverage with the obsession enchantment. Get in people's heads using the Live Deliciously foundation. Set it with a bit of setting powder. Do make sure that you do this too, so to ensure that the foundation will last. I don't have a setting powder for my own makeup line, so I'm using a personal one from another makeup brand. Yeah. All right, next up for us is the Feather Kohl liner. This is inspired by ravens and Egyptians. I have infused Egyptian magic on this one. This is inspired by their kohl, the ones that they put on their eyes, and they put it on their eyes for wisdom and protection. It's kind of like an evil eye that's directly applied on your face. So this is going to be really good if you want to add some protection in your makeup routine. So to use this, just take out the brush and then twist to open the pot liner. There. Really, really cool. And then put it out like this. And just put it on as is. What I like to do is I just put in a very simple wing at the outer corner of my eye. This is waterproof and transfer proof and smudge proof. So the only thing that will make this budge is oil. So if you're an oily skin girly like me, I highly suggest you prep your lids with an eye primer or a setting powder before you apply this to ensure that it doesn't run. If you are not oily, then congrats. If you want to remove this liner, you will have to use an oil-based makeup remover. There. Very simple, yet classic eyeliner look. I actually put in blue contact lenses just to show that I like evil eye, but it's not showing as vibrant as I want to, so sayang. But yeah, evil eye. Right. I don't do my eyebrows because I feel like it's already polished and I like the natural look of my eyebrows, so I don't do it. And I also don't have an eyebrow product, I realized, and people have been asking it for me, so I'm still thinking what kind of enchantment I'll put in. That's actually one of the reasons why I haven't made one yet. But yeah. Next up is the blush, my favorite. So this is my favorite shade ever. This is going to be Mother Lilith's shade. We're gonna be featuring Mother Lilith tonight. So there. This is my Lilith shade. This is one of my favorites. It's a beautiful rose pink as is. So we're gonna be using this one. A little bit of ASMR. Pum 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 pum. As you can see, it's kind of running out already because I keep on using this almost every day. Well, every time I go out. That's what I mean. Not every day. I don't wear makeup every day. But yeah. Love the shade so much. It gives such a healthy, flushed look. There, that's better. Because I love blush. I like overdoing my blush. I don't know about you guys, but I, for one, like to overdo my blush and make it seem like I'm a blushing sweet girl. All right, there's the Lilith, healthy, flush look with chamomile extract and aloe vera to make sure that you are moisturized, girlies. And then on top of that, it is what's the word? It is infused with Mother Lilith's essence. And what is Mother Lilith all about? Empowerment, beauty, diba? Sexiness. So if you want to connect with Mother Lilith and her energy, definitely get this one. All right, next up is the lip lacquer. This is gonna be my favorite shade too, since I'm gonna be doing Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio for this series of videos for this look. So I'm gonna be using Scorpio, my favorite shade. Why is this my favorite shade? Well, aside from me being a Scorpio myself, this is a velvet finish, deep crimson red, and it's highly buildable. So if you can see, I will do one swipe first. And it's like a light red finish. So it's good for every day and it's good for day looks. But if I want something more intense, I will just do one more. Oh, pak, 'di ba? Hmm, naging ano ako, vampira. uh, After just two swipes, it became a completely different color, like from a light red, sweet girl look to a darker, more seductive look like this. Now, I really like the shade. I personally use just one swipe for day looks, and two swipes or three swipes if I want to go out at night. And the enchantment I put in this is Scorpio: passion, intensity, and magnetism. Really, what do you get when you see a Scorpio? You get intimidated, yet you're fascinated, right? So this is the exact enchantment that I put in here, and this is the charm that it comes with. They're really, really nice, right? So this is the Scorpio, and this is what it looks like. All right, so some moments have passed. By moments, I meant like 10 seconds. And the lip lacquer has dried on my lips. And this is the velvet finish. Rose gold bottle like this. It's a velvet finish, meaning it has a little bit of sheen. So even if it has sheen, look at this. Transfer proof. Wale. O, diba? Ang galing. Momol proof and B to the J proof. Okay, tama na yung kalat. Next one is Cassiopeia. This is one of my highlighters. My highlighter is actually one of my favorite lines from my cosmetics line because look at this. It has so much product. And of course, it's Enchanted. This is Cassiopeia, and she is very well known for her beauty and her vanity. So that is the exact enchantment that I placed here. I placed here confidence. So I put in here my cheeks to highlight my cheekbones. I put it on the tip of my nose like that. And then I put it here in my cupid's bow on the inner corner of my eye as is. There. Really bring out the light on my face. I really like doll looks, so I like a lot of light on my face. So there. Cassiopeia. And look at that compact. So pretty. Diva. Next up is my shimmer spray. Well, I can't say spray anymore since I'm going to be changing it to a dropper. But yeah, my shimmer. So this is the Stardust Elixir. It gives you a very nice silvery glow. Very subtle. It will really show when you put a lot. But if you only do this one spray, that's enough. So I do know not a lot of you are a fan of shimmers, but I love shimmers myself. So I made this very subtle. If you want more shimmers, just add more. So the enchantment of this one, this is really good. It will enhance your psychic ability. You will widen your intuition, and your antenna is just gonna be stronger if you put this on. So, what I like to do with shimmers is I like to spray it on my boobies. For some reason, my boobies are a bit big today. So, thank you, universe, for the gift tonight. So, I'm gonna be spraying it there. Oh, diba? See it? And this is actually a dry oil, so this is going to be very, very moisturizing on your skin as well. It has jojoba oil, sunflower oil, argan oil, so you can even put it on your hair if you want. And I put vitamin E on it. Girl, I got you. All of my products are good for the skin. None of it is patapon. I promise you. So, Stardust Elixir. If you want to do your tarot card readings and have more accuracy, I highly suggest this one. Plus, look at that glow though. Next one is I want to attract abundance. So, how can I attract abundance? Well, we're going to be using something else other than Fortuna because Fortuna is my most popular product. We're going to be using the Lakshmi oil. This is a body ritual oil that is available on my store. It is also very nourishing for the skin, and on top of that, it is infused with Goddess Lakshmi's abundant power. So, what I like to do with my body ritual oils is I actually like to put it on my hair. So, I'm gonna be putting it on my hair, but of course, this is a body ritual. Also, use it for your massages. You can put it on your arms, on your legs, and this will be really good for you. And on top of that, it's very lightweight. Your skin will soak it up within like 10 seconds. So there. And it tops with a button dropper. I love this button dropper. Boop. So put it down like this. And I put it on my hair. It smells so good. Nourishes my scalp like it. I love it so much. I love my products, girl. I love my products so much. I'm such a big fan of my own products because everything is just well thought of and everything is truly ritualized. Talagang, I got you, girl. I got you. You want riches? I got you. You want beauty? I got you. I have a product for every single one. And I listen to my community too. So, there. Look at how shiny my hair became after putting on the oil. Hmm. Pak. And then lastly, for the Live Deliciously line, I'm going to be putting on my Lustra Perfume. I'm going to be using Lustra. This is Pluto ruled. It will bring you transformation. And on top of that, it will give you a very sensual aura. So perfumes are a way for you to change the aura that you have. This is one of my most effective products. My perfume line is one of my most effective products. So I'm going to be putting on Lustra. This is for sensual desire, sexual desire. If you want someone to really want you, if you want to get laid, this is the best one. So I'm going to be putting this on. I'm going to be changing the bottles of this to something much more fancier and sturdier. So yeah, this look will change. Right now, on to my accessories. So I'm just going to be putting on my ribbons on my hair. I love ribbons. I live for ribbons. So I'm going to be putting these on. I'm going to be putting like a lot of tiny ribbons today. That's my look for today. Lots and lots of tiny ribbons and randomly placed. My ribbons are all from Enchanted area. So do make sure you give her a follow. I'm going to be linking her Instagram down below. And we do appreciate your support. So thank you so much for allowing us to be part of your lives through our products. There. And lastly, oops, there. Now, before we start with the actual horoscope of the zodiac for this video, it's very crucial that you take down these important dates, okay? So for January 1, 2024, Mercury retrograde finally ends. So what a good start of the year, right? We're finally going into 2024 with a clear mind and Mercury in direct, so communication will be really smooth. See, it's still Mercury retrograde. I stuttered. Next is January 20. So Pluto is in Aquarius for the first time since the 1700s. I believe it's 1797 or 1798. I'll have to double check. But this will be the first time it's going to go into Aquarius again. And the last time that it went on Pluto in Aquarius, a very notable historical event was when Napoleon Bonaparte and his French troops captured Cairo. You know, Pluto is a planet of transformation, and Aquarius is very futuristic, so it's really pushing boundaries into something that will benefit or really make an impact in the future. So we will be expecting a lot of movements like that for starting January 2024. So the wars, and then a change in mindset for people. People will not be tolerating as much bullshit anymore. And Aquarius, this is a good time to advocate for the rights of the marginalized communities and really help the collective. You want to add your transformational energy into this age, into this Pluto in Aquarius transit. So, Aquarius, futuristic, Pluto, transformation. So, expect a lot of that starting January 20. And then another date that I want you to take note is March 25. This is going to be the start of the eclipse season for 2024. I know, eclipse again. We had so much eclipses last 2023 and 2022. So, yes, eclipse again. And this will start with a lunar eclipse in Libra, March 25. And this is going to be very life changing. And the ones that will be affected by this will be Libra placements and Aries placements. So, eclipse is all about shedding and then really letting go of the things that no longer serve you, being more authentic to self. So, be sure that you hold on to those energies come March 2025. So, next one is April 1. This is going to be like a joke. It's going to be the first Mercury retrograde of the year. Yeah, April 1, really? April Fool's Day, but it's not a joke, it's real. April 1, Mercury retrograde, it's going to be in Aries, so watch your mouth. Aries is a very hot-headed sign. I know I'm an Aries moon myself, so that is one of the shadows that I try to really suppress or really control and work with. And Mercury retrograde in Aries just signifies that you will be more hot tempered, and you're you will have to watch your temper. You will have to watch your anger. Your words will be swords. Mercury in the tarot, communication is swords. And in astrology, Mercury is communication, and it will be wielded by Aries, literally the warrior of the zodiac. So your words will be like swords during Mercury retrograde, April 1. So do make sure that you don't let go of too hurtful words. They will always have an impact no matter what we try to give out there. So be careful with your words and be extra kind. What's good about knowing what a transit is at least you'll have some sort of control, and the awareness of it will help you plan ahead. The first eclipse season will end with the solar eclipse in Aries. So again, eclipse season, this time it's going to be in Aries. So more energy into being a go-getter rather than looking at the downside of Aries, which is hot-tempered, impatient. Rather, for solar eclipse on April 8th in Aries, you want to enhance the good side of Aries, being action-oriented, being fearless, confident, and being a go-getter. So those are the energies you want to manifest for April 8th at the solar eclipse in Aries. So next one is Jupiter and Uranus will form a conjunction on April 20. This will help you really break free from the things that are from the expectations of society and the things that people expect us to be, but you know for a fact you don't want to be anymore. This is going to be for the collective, all right? This is transits happening for everyone, not just for the sign of this video. So April 20, good time to really break out of your shell, move out, find your own thing, and it's time to realize that you are your own person and you shouldn't be doing things for the benefit of other people just because they expect you to. At the end of the day, you're living for yourself. All right? Next, May 25, Jupiter will enter from Taurus into Gemini. Now, Jupiter is actually a detriment in Gemini. It was much more comfortable on the opposition of Gemini, which is Sagittarius. But having a very expansive planet into Gemini, which is the most talkative sign in the zodiac, you will be encouraged to learn, expand on your knowledge, expand on your charisma, expand on your communication. Despite Jupiter not being so comfortable here, Jupiter is always the bringer of good luck, the bringer of expansion. So it will expand you into Gemini energies, being versatile, confident in your speaking, talkative, and very Gemini things. Smart even. A lot of the Geminis I know are very smart and intelligent. They're very fast too. So I really like that about Gemini. A lot of my best friends are Geminis. All right, so another Mercury retrograde is going to happen on August 5. Mercury retrograde take 2. And it's going to be it's going to start in Virgo and then moves over to Leo eventually. So Mercury is happy in Virgo, but it being in retrograde kind of makes the Virgo sad. The Virgo placements out there, you will feel stuck. You will feel like you can't seem to say anything or do anything. And that's all right because this is just a season. So take a time to slow down. That's totally fine. And then when it moves over to Leo, Mercury retrograde in Leo, you're going to feel mummed. You're going to feel a bit muted. You know how Leo is such as, I'm a star, Pearl. I'm a star. Everyone look at me. But Mercury in Leo retrograde, you're going to feel shy. You're going to look more inward and you're going to concentrate more on your inner energies rather than your outer energies. There. That is Mercury retrograde, starting August 5. And then September 17, a second eclipse season. So expect endings, expect shedding. There will be some arguments. And then know that if it's not for you, it's okay to let it go. And the lunar eclipse will start with Pisces, and the solar eclipse will be in Virgo. No. The lunar eclipse will be in Pisces. Sorry about that. The lunar eclipse will be in Pisces. So people with Pisces and Virgo placements should expect big changes. And know that if it's for you, it will stay. If it's not for you, let it go. Totally fine. And then October 2, that is the solar eclipse. Sorry about earlier, I made a mistake. But October 2 is the solar eclipse in Libra. And yeah, tama. So the last was the lunar eclipse in Libra. This time is going to be a solar eclipse in Libra. So you want to be able to really shine out the positive traits of Libra during this time, which is diplomacy, empathy, beauty even, since Libra is a Venusian sign. So launching something that has anything to do with Libra energies during this time will be a good thing. And then another date that I want you to take note of is November 5. Another date is November 25. This is the third and last Mercury retrograde. And this year it's going to begin in Sagittarius. So Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, a very performative sign as well. So rethink all of the things that you would want to do that is expansive. Rethink that opening a business, moving on to a new home, or getting a new job. Mercury in retrograde November 25 onwards. Do make sure that you try your best to rethink those decisions and make sure that you are very, very confident in that decision. Look at all the possibilities that will happen, and if you can, wait for at least the end of the Mercury retrograde before making a decision. All right? So those are the dates that I want you to remember before we start this video. Another thing that I want you guys to know, this is very important, that these energy predictions and these horoscopes are not here to make you feel crucified to whatever it is that is going to be shown. In fact, I want the opposite effect. I want you to have more control. The awareness of the energies coming towards us will help you in your decision making, will help you gain more control. All right? So don't ever feel like you're trapped. This is merely just energy that you can manipulate yourself. We all have that magic within us. Okay? All right, Libra, moving over to your transits and to your horoscope. Are you guys ready? Because you have main character energy this year. Why? Kasi ang dami niyong papagdaanan. Ang dami niyong papagdaanan. Looking at your chart now, I'm actually a very concerned friend. I have a lot of Libra friends. I am very concerned for you guys because you will have an eclipse in your first house and your seventh house. Your first house of self and your seventh house of relationships. Nagkaka-identity crisis ka na nga. Nagkaka-changes ka pa sa relationships mo. So medyo, ano ba tong main character energy na to? It's both a good thing and a bad thing. But Libras, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to power through it. Kaya yan. Mindset yan. Mindset. Alright, so let's talk about your eclipses first, Libras, since it's going to happen in your first house. So eclipse in first house Libra and seventh house Aries. So eclipses bring in major beginnings and endings and transformations and changes. Things that used to make sense before don't make sense anymore. And things that don't make sense now will make sense eventually. So first house of self, you will learn how to balance your personal needs versus the needs of others. You will have kind of an identity crisis. You'd like to change the way you view yourself, and you'd like to change the way other people view you. If other people view you as the sweet, nice girl that's so easy to walk around on. You will want to change that. You would want to be stronger. Now, on the other hand, if you are known as someone very intimidating, you would want to be on the softer side this time. So there's going to be a lot of dynamics, a power struggle between who you are. And as a Libra, you already have a duality in your relationship. You're always balancing two things. So this time, you're going to be forced to choose. And you guys, hirap kayo mag-choose, di ba? Kaya nga kayo Libra eh. So, it's going to be like a huge divine comedy of the universe wherein you Libras will have to choose this time. Aside from those things that I mentioned, Libras, you will want to change up your appearance too. Your look, your hairstyle, and the way you would want to present yourself, you would like to change that. So maybe you'll get a different hair color. You're gonna cut your hair. If you used to have like really long hair, you're gonna change it up. You're gonna get a pixie cut or a bob cut. I bet. And then on top of that, you're going to want to change your aura. That is one of the very first house things that you would want to have a transformation on. Gusto niyo na after she scratched the door, she just returned to her bed. Oh, cute. So anyway, Libras, I highly suggest that you listen to your heart this time. Goodbye. Say goodbye to the people-pleasing era. This is not a time for you to listen to what other people would want, especially once the eclipse is happening in Libra. Not in Aries, but in Libra during that time, which I mentioned in the transits in the earlier part of the video. So, this is the time for you to really choose what you want with self, not just with your appearance, but with things that has to do with you, your own decisions this time, not the opinions of others. You will not ask the opinions of others this time. You can ask for the insights, sure, but at the end of the day, you will have to be the one to choose. You will choose your path. And that is going to be something very heavy for you, Libra. So I highly suggest that you build up your confidence, build up your intuition, build up your higher self, build up your relationship with self so that you're able to trust yourself more into making good decisions for yourself. It's really time for you, Libras, to bring your best self outwards. It's time to shed off the layers that are no longer needed for you and really put it out this time. And you will be extra creative, extra inspired. So use that transit to your advantage. Eclipses aren't all bad. It's also an avenue to take out the things that are taking up your time, taking up space, to make room for the things that are good for you in the long run. Libras, the eclipse season, now that it's going to be at the end of the Libra Aries eclipse season that started on 2023, it's time for you to let go. Time for you to just let go of the things that are no longer serving you, be it a relationship, a connection, a, a work thing. It's really time for you to let that go and start the process of that conclusion. And this indicates that this learning phase has come to an end, where your past traumas, past wounds, it's finally starting to heal, finally starting to enter a new phase in your life. So, Libras, please let it go. Libras, usher in a new era. Now, moving over to the other part of the eclipse, which is going to happen in your seventh house, Aries. Now, this eclipse, I believe it's going to be in April, while the first one is going to be in March. This is about your relationships. Seventh house is the house of relationships, it's your partnerships. You're going to be having a new beginning and an ending in your partnerships, be it platonic, be it romantic, or be it a work thing. So this will be an end of chapters and a start of new chapters to make space for new ones. So Libras, you're going to have a lot of lessons when it comes to relationships and partnerships and even in business. It's going to take a lot of energy, and I'm pretty sure you're going to power through it. I'm very, very sure. But it's going to be hard. But just because it's hard doesn't mean it's impossible. Libras, for those of you already in partnerships, romantic and whatnot, expect a huge jump of improvement or a steer to the right direction. If that right direction is towards a breakup, then it is what it is. That's what the universe is trying to tell you. But if it's steering towards a jump start or a new chapter in your relationship, then congratulations. You're going to have lots of lessons that are very much important for you to carry on to this world. For Libras that are single, I highly doubt that because Libras are so into partnerships. So, a lot, maybe like 95% of you have joas, and those joas are mostly not the best ones because Libras are so marupok. Anyway, for those of you that are single, and working on themselves, choosing to love themselves. That's an important lesson to learn as a Libra. This is a good time for you to go into that self-healing journey and really understand what is it that you want in a relationship. One of the biggest lessons that you have to learn as Libras is not to people please. The thing is about Libras is that you guys tend to morph yourself into the kind of person that the other person needs, and you tend to forget who you are. Or if you are in a relationship that's not very good, you tend to forget your identity when you are in a relationship with someone just to please that person. So, Libras, especially the single ones that are trying to really understand what they want, I highly encourage you to learn who you are without the definition of other people. Without having to ask other people, ano ba yung gusto ko? Ano ba yung hilig ko? Ganyan. There's this movie that I watched. I forgot the title. I think it was My Best Friend's Wedding, wherein it was with Julia Roberts, and the person asked, "How does Julia Roberts like her eggs?" "Oh, she likes it scrambled," says one boyfriend, and the other and one ex-boyfriend, and the current boyfriend was like, "No, she likes it poached." And then the other person was like, "No, she likes it sunny side up." So they realize that Julia Roberts morphs herself into the kind of person that the other person would want. So that's exactly yun yung sakit ng Libra. I know that kasi Libra Venus rin ako eh. Pagdating sa relationships talaga, marupok ako. And I tend to think that it's always me. It's always my fault. And I forget that other people are also human. They are also capable of hurting. And I have to realize, and you have to accept that too, that other people are also capable of hurting you. It's not always your fault, Libra. It's not always your fault. Recognize that other people are human. They are also capable of hurting. They are also capable of mistakes, and they might not be able to realize that. And it's time for you to stop putting yourself in that bad situation of always thinking that it's your fault. Libras, you have to stand up for yourself. You have to be your own best friend. You have to be your own guardian. You cannot rely that position on other people. Libras, I highly, highly encourage you to protect your heart this year. If you are going to date someone of standard that you decided yourself. Important yan ha. Ikaw yung nag-decide, not other people. Kasi Libra nga eh. Libra is a people pleaser. It's a natural people pleaser sign. And actually, the sun is in detriment in Libra. Anyway, so you have to be the one to establish your own standard. And that is something naturally difficult for Libras, but that is something that you are capable of doing. It may be difficult, but it's not impossible. So, Libras, stand up for yourself. Learn how to enforce your boundaries. Learn your own standards when it comes to relationships. Libras that are in a relationship, please make sure that you are being reciprocated and you are reflecting a good energy back to your partner, and not to hold on to resentment and not to hold on to problems that you feel is very important when in fact it's really not. I know a lot of Libras, and I am guilty of this myself, that kinds of hold on to things that we know for a fact that we can just let go. We know for a fact that they are just human. We tend to forget, yes, they're human too. They make mistakes. We always think that the other person is perfect and we are the ones that are not. So we are the ones that like to adjust. But sometimes when they are the ones that do the problem, we forget that they are also human, capable of improving, and that they will always be a bad person. But the thing is, no, everyone is capable of growth. It's up to you to establish when is your boundary. So, Libras, please, if you're in a relationship, know when to end, know when to stop, know when is your boiling point, when is your the edge of your boundary, enforce it always. The boundaries exist to make the relationship healthy, to make the relationship last. It's not to ruin it. If it does ruin because of your boundaries, maybe that's not the relationship for you. It's good to discuss. You don't have to argue, you can just discuss. All right, so that is for the eclipses for you, Libras. I had to do the eclipses first because that is your main thing for this year. Now, the next one that I want to talk about is Jupiter in Taurus on your eighth house for the first half of the year. Jupiter is all about expansion, and eighth house is all about inheritance, other people's money, long term investments. And if you do have Jupiter on the eighth house, you may have sugar baby energy. So this might be your sugar baby era. If you're single or if you have like a partner that's very generous, do take advantage of this transit. They might be extra generous with you. So this might be the time for your soft girl era and just be a feminine woman and accept and accept and accept. If you are more of masculine, then this is a time for you to step back and just accept the gifts of people. Other people would want to spend for you. And take it. You know, it's a gift from the universe. Jupiter is all about expansion, and it being in the eighth house of money, that is a good thing. They will be unexpected too, because Uranus is also there. So surprises will come. There might be surprise gifts, surprise trips that are libre, and even opportunities for you to have more abundance and more money. So, congrats. Well, so once Jupiter is done in Taurus, your eighth house, it will move over to your ninth house at the latter part of the year. So Jupiter will be in your ninth house, Gemini. This is a good thing because you will have a sharper mind. If you've always wanted to take a course, learn a new skill, take up a dance class, or take up something, this will be a good time. You will be like a sponge. Your brain will take in information and it will be fast. It will be easy. So if you've always wanted to take a master's degree, study abroad, or get a second degree, or even just take a short course or learn a new skill by going to a class, this is a good time. So Jupiter, ninth house, Geminis. Ninth house is all about learning. So this is a good time for you to learn something new. Apart from that, it's also the house of travel. So if you've always wanted to travel, June onwards, good time. This is a time for you to expand your horizons, learn about new cultures, different countries, different perspectives. And this is also a good time for you to meet other people of different cultures too. So this will definitely change and shift your shift your perspectives on different things. Your beliefs, your ethics, your morals will greatly improve during this time when Jupiter is in your ninth house. All right, Libras, let's talk about your Saturn, which is transiting your Pisces house, which is the sixth house. Sixth house is all about work, your everyday habits, and your health. Now, Saturn, Neptune, and a Pisces eclipse is happening in your sixth house. Comes to Saturn being somewhere in your chart, particularly with you, Libras, in your sixth house. Saturn will bring in challenges that you are able to overcome. Why does it give you challenges? Because it wants you to instill the discipline. So it being in your sixth house, expect really cold, hard truths and challenges to come out, secrets to come out, the things that are had always been there that you know isn't very healthy for you will come out. So let's say you've always been a sweet eater, but you don't brush your teeth at night. And this will be a time for you to really understand that this is a time for you to instill some discipline with your dental hygiene or the way that you eat. There is a possibility for you getting sick, for you to have health matters. And as much as I don't want to scare you, there is a possibility. And why? Because Saturn is telling you to wake up. It's telling you to, hey, your health is important. This is a time for you to really stop taking your health for granted. So, as much as I hate to say it, expect some tensions, expect some possible health concerns that you might have to address. Neptune is also transiting your sixth house for quite some time already, so these health concerns had always been there. But this time with Saturn here, it's going to wake you up. It's going to tell you, hey, this is no longer a good thing. We cannot tolerate this anymore. So it will add some discipline into you and your routine to improve your health. So I highly suggest during this time that you do something that will improve your health. So take up a class, exercise, get in that proper diet, and change your sheets, build healthy habits. Build healthy habits in order for you to lead a more healthier life. Aside from health concerns, Saturn is also in your house of work. So expect some work matters to be challenged, and you will have to be disciplined in order for you to overcome that. So subordinates or managers might kind of like give you some sort of attitude. The things that have been working before, the processes that have been working before may not work anymore because it's outdated. Things will expose themselves. Things that will you will have to improve. The exposure might seem like a setback. But remember, Saturn will only give you challenges that you can overcome. You can overcome them by instilling discipline. So, instill some discipline in your life. Know that the challenges that you are overcoming, the challenges that you are going through will be able to overcome. You just have to instill that discipline and have a good mindset. You will be fine, Libras. You will have to go through the root cause of things and no longer have a band aid solution to everything. No longer putting band aids on gunshot wounds. We have to make sure that you go to the root cause and really address that. To give you like a really simple example, you notice that you always have pimples on your left side of the face. Why? Oh, it's because I don't change my sheets every week. I change them every month. Why is that? Oh, it's because I'm lazy. So how will you fix that? That's the root cause. You're lazy, right? So you to fix laziness, it's a change of mindset and to have attainable goals. Your attainable goal is to not have acne anymore. So you wash your face and you change your sheets every week now instead of like every month. On top of that, you change your sheet to silk, which is good for the skin and the hair. So because of that, not only did your skin improve, your hair also improved. So it's really time for you to go through the root cause of things, of your everyday life, of the problems that you go through your everyday life, and create solutions to that. No longer settling for less, no longer settling for temporary solutions. On the first part of the year, your Pluto will also be transiting your fifth house. Yeah, it will move from Capricorn into Aquarius. Now that means that fifth house matters, be it children, play, what you do for leisure, your sexuality, and how you have fun. There will be deep changes to that, deep transformative experiences even. So it can go from you wanting to have children all of a sudden from not wanting children, or the opposite, you wanted children before and now you don't want children anymore. And on top of that, children might add on to a transformative experience for you. You might work with kids this year and they will have a huge impact on your life, or you will encounter a kid this year that might cause a huge impact in your life, be it papangkin or a student. So, fifth house kasi is the house of children. So, expect some sort of changes when it comes to that. On top of that, another Possible manifestation to this is your sexuality. You might have some changes with how you view your sexuality, your sexual identity, and you might be more experimental this year with how you want to do things. There might be new relationships that might introduce new things with hobbies and sexuality, even. So it's going to be a very exciting time for you when it comes to that. And even if it does not have anything to do with sexuality, like the things that you find fun, like the things that you find fun yourself, be it sports, hobbies, there will be a huge transformational experience to that. You might turn your hobby into a job, or you might learn a new hobby, or you might realize that this hobby is something that you would want to take to the next level. You might join competitions. So it's a very exciting time. And it's going to be something that will be a highlight for this year. If you look back at 2024, oh, that was the year where I won a competition on this and that. Or that was the year where I wanted to have kids. Or that was the year when I realized I was non-binary, those types of things. Lastly, Libras, one more transit that I want to discuss is the Mars retrograde on your 10th house and 11th house on the last few months of the year. So, every time Mars goes on retrograde, it's going to be raising tensions. It's going to cause some sort of irritability within yourself. It's going to go retrograde on your 11th house and then your 10th house. 11th house is the house of friends. Expect that people that are not very good for you will really come out. Backstabbing, talking behind your back, people that used to be your friends are no longer your friends anymore, or will show some sort of side to them that is not good for you, is not healthy for you. Boundaries might be crossed when it comes to friendships and connections and acquaintances, so be careful of that, Libra. It's going to be quite difficult for you, Libra things, because we are naturally people pleasers. So whenever we see a friend getting hurt or expressing their anger or whatnot, we would instantly feel that it's our fault, or we would have to do something to help them feel better. But the thing is, if they are already crossing your boundaries and causing you hurt, really try to determine if this relationship is truly something that you would want to fight for. Choose your battles when it comes to this, because Mars retrograde on the 11th house is quite concerning, especially for Libra risings, because you guys put so much importance in how other people feel that you tend to forget how you should feel safe. So, Libras, be careful with conflicts, choose your battles, as I mentioned, and be wary of your friends and connections during this time. It's done retrograding on our 11th house. It's going to retrograde onto our 10th house. Now, 10th house matters is reputation. It's also career. So expect some tensions on that, tensions on career reputation. So try to avoid doing things that might tarnish your reputation. Be quiet, be low key during this time, and expect some tensions in career as well. There might be some setbacks. It has something to do with 11th house too. A colleague might steal your idea. A colleague might pretend that you're doing something wrong even if you're not. A co a, a manager might kind of like steal your spotlight or make you take the downfall. So be wary, okay? 10th house matters as well. Your reputation is something that you will have to take care of this time. So, again, choose your battles, think before you click. Well, Libras, you're naturally thinkers anyway, unless your moon sign is something more fiery. So, if you are finding yourself in a position where you have to take control, take control. Choose peace. You're Libra, so I'm pretty sure you'll choose peace, but if ever there's like an energy within you that's like wanting to fight, well, I highly suggest, as your favorite astrologer, that you choose peace. Okay, Libras, that is your horoscope for 2024. I hope I was able to help. I'm sorry if I was extra harsh because I know how a Libra feels. My Venus is in Libra, so every time I love someone, I get the Libra fever of having to like having to put them over myself, over my boundaries. So sorry if I was a bit harsh, but I just want the best for you, Libras. I love my Libra friends, and it hurts me whenever I see them put others before them. So I would want you, Libras, to know your worth, to know your boundaries, and to enforce them. I bid you good luck for 2024. And if you would want your own personalized horoscope, get the story of you from my website. Bye, Libras.